Happy Friday, Caleb. It is Friday, the 1st of May. May Day, if you will. Internationally, I think May Day is a labor holiday. Wouldn't know it here in the good old US of A, where labor is valued just slightly less than farm manure. So there you go. Anyways, yeah, movies, making movies. Boy, April was a hectic month for me personally. Did not accomplish much of what I set out to creatively, and kind of glad to see it over. Had a very rushed trip out to Seattle where I got to hang out with you for a minute or two. Got to go to a wedding, see some family, good times. Pardon me, but yeah, boy, just did not get a lot of time to do much of anything at all. So, good God. Good God. Good Lord. Anyways, but what I did get up to was saw the newest, I believe, I'm pretty sure it's the newest Osgood Perkins film, and that is Keeper. Yeah, right. Oh, there we go. Keeper on 4K. Keeper on 4K HDR. Not the most dynamic of high dynamic range transfers I've ever seen, but the cinematography was lovely. Like I said in my letterbox review, that that the cinematography looked really good, and I enjoyed it. The weird thing about Osgood Perkins, for me personally, is that man, have you ever heard the old saying, even a blind squirrel finds a nut now and again? I just get the weird feeling that Osgood Perkins is like that blind squirrel. Like he's real hit and miss. Like it just sometimes you see something and you're just like, that is brilliant. And then the rest of the time it's just like, what in the hell are we even watching? I ended up watching 3 Osgood Perkins films this week, kind of. I'll say 2.5. My wife's favorite Perkins film is The Blackcoat's Daughter, which I guess was on Tubi, but is now not on Tubi because it left at the end of April. So the other day we watched that, but I fell asleep for most of it. And I'll go on and on and on here about, oh, I love slow cinema, I love boring movies. And I do. But the thing that's interesting to me personally about slow cinema is that they abandon all sort of these Western narrative tropes of like plot and whatnot, and they just are meandering because that's what they are. Whereas a Perkins film is slow because he just has a lot of nothing happening. Like there's the trappings of a plot, there's the I guess the teasing of a plot, but then it just goes real slow. Like he has enough plot to fill a short film and he stretches it out to a 90 plus minute movie. Except in the case of Long Legs, which I also watched. Long Legs here, my wife's copy. She's a big fan, or I think she's a big fan. She likes it well enough. I shouldn't I shouldn't speak for her, obviously, but she owns it. So there you go. And I own Keeper. I bought that one. So I listened to the commentary track on both Keeper and Long Legs, and it kind of just reinforced what I was suspecting. It's like he talks a lot about, oh, this we were planning this and then it didn't work and then this accidentally happened and that was better and we liked it. Or we shot all this and then in the edit we changed it, which is cool. That's the cool thing about filmmaking is you write, he even says in the Long Legs documentary, he's like, yeah, you write the movie 3 times. You write it and then you shoot it and then you edit it and, at some point you get something usable, maybe. That's the thing is his films are good. I don't know. That's the thing. I can't tell. Do I like this? Do I not like this? I remember when my wife sat me down to watch I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House by Osgood Perkins, I was pretty dismissive. I think I might have fallen asleep a lot through that one too. I don't know. He has these little teeny tiny horror stories that just don't add up to a whole lot except for just little moments of just like pure wow, damn, that's perfect. Um yeah. I wish I remembered the gal that was the main. I wish I remembered the name of the lady that was the main character in Blackcoat's Daughter and has a little cameo in Longlegs because she's really good. He often works with actors that are really good. I mean, Nick Cage in Longlegs. I don't know about that Mika. What's her name? Micah. Mika. As per usual, pretty terrible with the whole names and details thing. Yeah, but yeah, she's fine. I didn't really think she was that good in Longlegs, but and then in Keeper, he's got Tatiana Maslany. It's right here. I have no excuse. Uh, bu- 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 Tatiana Maslany in Keeper. Can't tell my left from my right when I'm trying to look at the monitor. But yeah, and then Donald Sutherland's son. I didn't know he had another son that wasn't Kiefer, but he's no Kiefer Sutherland, let's say that. But anyway, the main actress, Tatiana Maslany in Keeper, is just super good. She was my favorite part of The Monkey as well. She plays the mom. Kind of dips out early in that film, but she's really good. I don't know why his films leave me with such mixed reactions, honestly. But it got me to thinking is like, what? I've just been going over and over in my brain since watching these this week. What really is the perfect time for an airplane to fly over your head? No. What really is the perfect recipe is perhaps the wrong thing. I don't want it to be, like, oh, it's we're just using a formula. It's formulaic. But like, what is the secret form or structure? There's got to be a way to make slow horror films really work. Because a lot of horror films are slow. I'm surprised that like slow cinema doesn't talk more about horror films because there are so many just kind of meandering, leisurely paced horror films. I'd say probably, I don't know if it's the majority of them, but if you watch a lot of horror films, especially things more than a decade old, they're 2 decades old really, they're all pretty slow or have a lot of slowness in them. And I do like that, but I got to figure out like what works, what makes it work, because I don't feel like Perkins films work 100% of the time. I don't know. Like I keep saying I really liked Keeper, and I did, but I think it was more for the aesthetics of it. I mean, the last 10 minutes of the film really makes up for a lot of what kind of felt like filler in the earlier part of the film, which is not to say there was not some amazing little bits in the earlier bit of the film. I really liked it. I don't know. Visually, it swung back and forth between just amazing images and just some like kind of pedestrian camera compositions. I'm like, really, bud? This is what we're doing? It's a cool location. They had this cool little house out in Vancouver. That was kind of an eccentric, kind of 70s modern, tons of wood paneling, really dark. Great. It's, just visually great. And he keeps talking about how he makes this for like no money. And yeah, low budget horror. I think that's the way to go. But there's got to be a way to make it more cohesive. That's what I'm going to go with. Cohesive. So anyway, month of May. Hopefully we can be more cohesive. Hopefully I can be more consistent. The film I put out yesterday for last month was another last minute rummage through old archives because I didn't have time to do the thing that I meant to do and scheduling and all that kind of stuff. It's excuses, dumb excuses, but better time management's not even the right thing. Better resource management, because time is just another one of your resources as a filmmaker. So if you want to really do it, you gotta figure out some way to manage that resource, that precious resource of time. So anyway, hopefully we'll do that. And yeah, hopefully this isn't too moodily dramatic lighting. I'm looking at it now. I was like, ooh, it's kind of underlit. You can kind of see in the background there the blue. I've got that new little small rig. What is it? Small rig RF10C LED kind of flashlight looking dealy with a little attachment, and it comes with a bunch of little gobos you can put little shapes and stuff. So it's fun. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And I brought one out to you as well, so you've got one to play with too, Caleb. Yay! I can't wait to see what we get up to with all this stuff. Anyways, that is it for my rambling today, and I will see you. Sadly, not physically again for a while, but I will see you on Monday and be back at you next Friday with another